Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Get this disc. Here. There it is. Francisco Mignone. Yes, everyone knows who he was, right? Francisco Mignone Concerti. He was a Brazilian composer of obvious Italian descent. Francisco Mignone. Yeah, there was a wonderful disc of his orchestral stuff, ballets and whatnot, I think, that came out on BIS, several years ago now. I always think it was like last week, but it was probably 10 years ago. And it was gorgeous. It was lush and romantic and, almost Respighi-ish, if you like that sort of thing. And who doesn't? The problem is, I wanted more, lots more, and there wasn't very much. There really wasn't. There were like some piano noodlings and some other things. Very hard to get a handle on the guy. And now here we have 4 concertos, yay, featuring the Sao Paulo Symphony Orchestra under Niel Thomson and Giancarlo Guerrero with a terrific lineup of soloists. What you get are his the Clarinet Concertino. I mean, works that no one's ever going to play like in real life because they're short, but delicious. His Bassoon Concertino. How many bassoon and orchestra works are there that anyone cares about? I mean, granted, it's only 9 minutes long, but 9 minutes of bassoon is like more than enough for most people. And then we have the 2 major items. His Guitar Concerto of 1975. It's first class. Absolutely first class. It's the best guitar concerto I've heard in like a bazillion years. It's amazing. It's simply wonderful. In fact, I'm going to play you a bit of the finale, the first minute or so. You won't get it out of your head. It's so well thought out and tuneful and appropriate to the instrument, and the orchestration is gorgeous. And here is a bit of the finale. It features, let me see who's the guitarist guy here. Fabio Zanon, guitar, who's first class. Listen to this. Don't you want it? You better. And then after the Guitar Concerto, which is absolutely delicious, we have his Violin Concerto, which is really a major work. I mean, it's a little bit over half an hour long, so it's serious Violin Concerto length. The idiom is spikier than the Guitar Concerto. It's sort of like, excuse me. Oh, dear. Okay. Gee, I was in midstream too, wasn't I? Yes, it's sort of like almost Hindemith meets Villa-Lobos, if you can imagine such a thing, because it's an obvious Brazilian folk melos behind it, but the harmonic idiom is more acerbic. It's brilliantly written. It's a wonderful work to like sink your ears into. And who's the violinist? Well, the violinist is Emmanuele Baldini. The clarinetist is Ovanir Buosi. And the bassoonist is Alexandre Silvério. What a bunch of fine soloists in the Sao Paulo Symphony. I assume that's where most of them come from, or at least some of them. And I have been playing this constantly since I got it. I got it a month or two ago. But I, as always with new repertoire, I like to listen to it repeatedly. to really let it sink in and see if it has staying power before I get up here and make a fool of myself and tell you all to rush off and spend your hard-earned money on something that you may never want to listen to again. You will want to listen to this again, even though they're small works for the two, wind soloists and their concerto things. And I don't know what to tell you. This guy could write. He was really a good composer. I mean, if you don't have that bis recording of his orchestral works, get it, because you're going to love that too. It's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. He was kind of neo-romantic, sometimes neoclassical. He was eclectic. Let's put it that way. He could do it any way he wanted to do. And this is one of, I think, the most interesting releases in Naxos's, Music of Brazil series, which has been marvelous. I mean, with all kinds of discoveries. We've got more to come, actually. But I love this. The 72 minutes of first-class concerted music, concertino music by an unknown but very, very worthy composer, Francesco Mignone. Remember that name and keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.